Shalom everybody, Daniel from Ancient Biblical Oils here. Thought I'd just do a quick video on the interesting subject of is Messiah divine or not, right? So we've had a few questions of people asking us to say what is our position, what is our understanding, or what is our belief. And the short answer is we believe that Messiah is divine, that Messiah is Elohim, Messiah is God. Right now, before I unpack why it is that we believe Messiah to be Elohim, I first need to give a foundational understanding, right? We need to understand the only thing that can separate a human being from the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is sin. And sin is defined as breaking the law, right? AKA the writings of Moses. John 3, verse 4 or something like that, I think actually confirms this idea that sin is transgression of the law. Now, why is this something that we need to understand? It's something that we need to understand because the law does not regulate belief. All right, let me not say does not. There's very few beliefs that are actually regulated by the law. All right. The one thing for sure is that obviously we need to believe that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the one who brought us out of Eretz Mitzrayim, out of the land of Egypt, and that He's Echad, He's one, right? However, beyond that, there's not many other beliefs which are regulated by the law. And this means that you can have all sorts of different beliefs, right? And you won't be breaking the law, right? You may even have wrong beliefs and it still won't be a breaking of the law. You may have stupid beliefs and that still won't be a breaking of the law, okay? So I think we need to stop dividing the body on belief and understand that for sure in the ancient world, in the actual kingdom, the thing which it is that the law is concerned about is how do you walk? What is your religious practice, okay? So anyway, the ideas of Messiah are in the realms of belief. Okay, we are not commanded in the law of Moses to say that we should have a Messiah, that we need to believe in a Messiah, whatever the case may be. Right? For sure, I agree there is a prophecy that seems to exist. In my opinion, the first prophecy in the Torah, which is with regards to the seed of the woman, which I believe is pointing at the idea of this Messiah, the special son that will come and destroy the actual serpent that deceived Chava, that deceived Eve. Right? However, some will argue and say that that's not a prophecy. If we just look at the law, there is no commandment that says you need to believe in Messiah. However, we believe in Messiah, and we believe that many of the tzaddikim, the ones who wrote the prophets, who are building on the writings of Moses, also believed in this Messiah. Okay, now, why do we believe that this Messiah is divine? Right? The reason why it is that we believe that the Messiah is divine is because Isaiah 53, I'm sure all of us agree in Judaism and Christianity that Isaiah 53 is about the Messiah, okay? And for those of you who are in the Jewish faith who may watch this and you say that no, Judaism does not believe that Isaiah 53 is about Messiah, I will maybe put up a few pieces of evidence from the Talmud for you here. A quote also from, I think it is, Rambam, who also speaks about Isaiah 53 pointing to Messiah. Yes, there's all sorts of different understandings, but we need to understand from a Jewish perspective, there are actual text witnesses within the Jewish writings that point to Isaiah 53 about Messiah. In Christianity, we 100% believe Isaiah 53 is about Messiah. Okay, now why is this interesting? Interesting because in Isaiah 53, we're told that this Messiah is the arm of Jehovah, right? The arm of the Lord. Right, now, I believe that the Master, Jehovah, tells Isaiah to write the arm of Jehovah. Why? Because he expects us to look at our own arms and to ask the question, are our arms a different entity or our arms part of us, who it is that we are? Our arms echad with us or some other entity? Right? Now, I'm sure if we all look at our arms, we'll all agree that our arms are part of us and not part of some other being. Right? So that's one of the issues. One of the reasons why we believe, one witness why we believe that the Messiah is divine. Right? He is the arm of Jehovah. The next witness that we have is from the New Testament writings, okay? So in the book of Revelations, it says that the heavenly Jerusalem won't have a temple because Yehovah, or the Lord and the Lamb, are the temple, right? Now again, if we look at the temple, right, what do we see? The temple is not multiple buildings. The temple is one building. It is Echad, right? And therefore, if Yehovah and the Lamb, Messiah, are the temple, they are once again one. Yes, the Father is higher in authority than the Son. However, the Son and the Father are for sure Echad, just like the Messiah said, I and my Father are one. And the last understanding is with regards to Daniel 7 verse 14, where it's speaking about the Messiah, and it says that we will serve him, right? Now, this Hebrew word, I think it's pelach, if I'm not pronouncing it incorrectly. This word is used in the book of Daniel with regards to service to gods, right? It's used in service of false gods, but it's also used in service of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Daniel 7 verse 14 tells us that Messiah will be served, will be worshipped, is the word which it is that is actually written there. And in order for him to be served or worshipped, he cannot be just some normal human being. Okay? So I hope that shed some light on the idea or our position, our belief of Messiah being divine. Okay? And like we said, we are not saying that we are the ambassadors or custodians of truth. We believe that we're on this journey, an exciting journey to understand the scripture from its original language and cultural perspective. So we're open for debate and questions or whatever the case may be. If you have a comment, put the comment below. And yes, let us strive to serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The most important thing, like I said earlier on, which I just need to drive this point home, do not split the body on the idea of belief, right? What it is that we need to be nitpicking is how do we obey, because that's about keeping covenant. And only once it is that you keep covenant, which is the thing that the Messiah died for, what it is that his blood actually ratifies, is the covenant. What are the terms and the conditions of this covenant according to the word, right? The Torah, the law. Sin is the issue, right? So we need to be nitpicking that. What is sin? But in the things of belief, the Torah does not define or command beliefs, right? It is something which is that you can have all sorts of different beliefs. The whole thing about the Messiah is a mystery, as Paul puts it, mystery. When we look into the word and we look between the lines, we see this picture of this being, which is that we're all waiting for or are in great expectancy of. And it may shock you that the only mention of the word Hamashiach, I think in the entire Old Testament, which is the way it is that you say the Messiah, is with reference to Aaron or the high priest. There is not one verse in the entire Torah that speaks of Hamashiach, the Messiah. Right? We need to understand also that there were many Messiahs, right? A Messiah just means the anointed one. So the king was a Messiah. All the priests were Messiahs. The tabernacle itself was a Messiah. It was also anointed. There's evidence that the prophets were also anointed and therefore Messiah. So in the first century, if you said, I want to see the Messiah, they'd say, which one? Right? The king, the priests, the prophets. Right? When we say Hamashiach, the Messiah, that particular term is linked to the high priest. And then it is woven in via tradition and belief to be this idea of the special son that is sent, that comes and does these amazing things, right? Anyway, this is a very interesting topic. I could have gone a lot deeper, but I think I just, for today, want to just make our position clear and put a few pointers forward as with regards to why we have this belief. Okay, blessings. Love you all. Shalom.